This is the Nightwolf howling at you, and today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Legacy United animated universe Optimus Prime. I know this guy's been out for a while, but I've also got an add-on kit that I've pre-ordered for him, so I wanted to get him reviewed, so when that kit comes in I can go ahead and, review that one as well. So on the side here we get some nice artwork of him with his axe out and a headshot. On the other side, we just get the standard combined together imagery that they did. And on the back, we have product shots in robot and vehicle mode. So let's go ahead and open this sucker up. They really harnessed that guy in there, didn't they? His accessories are his lights and sirens. Which we can just put on the back there now. And his axe, which kind of short looking, to be honest with you. But we can't fit it in his hand. I don't know. I don't think this looks quite right to me. But it does look like... Okay, there we go. It does, in fact, pull out, so that looks a little bit better. And you can even get him to hold it in both hands. I'm going to bet, though, that friction grip there is going to loosen up real bad in the future if you play with it too much like this. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at our Optimus Prime. The head appears to be on both a ball joint and there is a bit of a hinge back in here. Don't know if you can see that. So we get a lot of up and down really good. We can also get, a slight up and down. We can spin the head around. It does not want to do... Never mind. You can force it into a 360, but it does seem to be designed to kind of pause midway through the turn. The arm hinges up and down. We have a bicep cut. We got a big hollow area in the back there. His arm also spins all around, very tight, but also it is just slid into there, as you can see there. We have a double jointed elbow, although that obviously has to do with transformation, because when we do use a double joint, you can kind of see the side of the vehicle coming together. The fist is on a spin. You can kind of move it in and out, but that would look kind of weird. We do not really have an ab crunch in here, but we can spin it around. We can kick out really far. We can kick forward and back as well, so he can go do the splits. The knee is a single joint, but we do get way better than 90 with that single joint the way it's designed. We have a thigh cut. It almost looks like there should have been a cut here too, but there's not. We do have the ankle rocker. And I'm assuming due to transformation, we can kind of move the foot in a slightly different position this way. Kind of looks like a spring-loaded jump, though. This dude makes a lot of noise with his wheels, plastic wheels, which... I'm not sure what kind of peg this would be, because it looks like the wheel itself is pegging into the plastic there. The overall look, though, this guy is pretty cool. I actually really did like the animated series quite a bit. I think it had some of the best storytelling that they've done in a while for Transformers, and it wasn't a lot of nonsense like let's be honest, the Unicron trilogy was kind of meh. But the animated series really did concentrate a lot on storytelling. And I thought it was great that we had Beast Wars Megatron doing the voice of Optimus Prime in there. And it's funny because I listened to him talk at a convention. And one of the stories that he told, and I cannot remember his name, I'm sorry, but he was like, he did go ahead and he interviewed, or he auditioned. He auditioned for the show. And when he called in to find out, when he talked to somebody who called in to say that he was going to be given a part, he's like, great, what part am I going to get? And she goes, Optimus Prime. And he's like, Optimus Prime? Like, yeah. You're not really familiar with my history with Transformers, are you? She's like, no, why? Because you're, you know, whatever. I can't tell it as well as he can. So let's go ahead and see if we can figure out how to transform this guy. Honestly, I'm sure that story is actually on the internet somewhere. I'm not even sure how I got that one leg to split apart, to be perfectly honest with you guys. Oh, shoot. Let's go back up to the torso, maybe? This is the most awkward transformation sequence I have done yet. There we go. So we flip that up there. The wheel things can go back down in the front. The head's inside there, then this should go up. Connect all that together. If we can line everything up properly, that is. So yeah, there's tabs down there and up there. It doesn't appear as if this thing is going to want to line up to actually like all seam together good. Spin the waist, push that up. Then all that's left is to figure out the legs, which wait, okay. All right, okay. So we got a couple of different spins there. So I got that leg fine. The problem is I can't figure out how to open up this leg here. Why is that so difficult? Because there's the part that's jointed. by all accounts, this should just slip out of there. You know? All right, we're gonna have to take a look at this. Apparently, by all accounts, you are supposed to just be able to flip it down. Oh, I'm flipping the wrong side. That's why, you dumbass. I don't know, maybe it's just my copy, or maybe I just don't have it quite lined up properly. But again, we have this huge kind of gap in between there. It looks like it's not supposed to exist in this thing. It does appear like I have everything properly transformed, so the only other issue is that maybe everything's just not compressed properly. Rolling wise, the wheels on one side roll really well, on the other side not so much. Barely at all. Barely an inconvenience. Aside from the awkward positioning of the feet here, they did a pretty good job keeping the robot kibble out of there in vehicle mode. So that's nice. Now, of course, oh, don't tell me that the axe just... No, this cannot be the way that goes. Even like that, that's just terrible. That's how it goes. That is awful. Oh, okay. There's this one here. Sorry, I was missing that one. This is still awful. Do you remember when Transformers were robots in disguise? That meant not carrying a giant ass weapon on the back. Like, okay, I'm gonna admit, I could not engineer a Transformer toy. I will straight out say that. But I still feel like they've gotten super lazy when it comes with weapon storage. Like, I appreciate that most of the time you can fit the weapon somewhere on the Transformer. But I wish they could work it in better so that it's hidden in vehicle mode, you know? And not just standing straight out like that. And in this case even, oh, can't really do that there. Like, maybe having set it up so it sat like this would have been at least a little mildly better. But I don't know if they could have fit like a peg in there, or, you know, a hole for a peg so that it could have sat like that. Or maybe had something. But just having it sit across here like this, that just feels really cheap and lazy. But other than that, I think he looks pretty good in vehicle mode for matching the animated series. The only thing that really does stand out are the feet being folded up that way. That just looks kind of blah. I can't remember if the original toy did that or not. But yeah, the add-on kit I have coming to me, which I'm not sure when I'll actually receive it. will turn him into the full fire truck and then give us his Super Prime mode. So look forward to that at some point in the near future. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please feel free to transform that like button. And if you want to watch more of my nonsense, and especially if you want to see the upgrade kit video, please feel free to subscribe. I thank you for watching. Peace and love.